unko ade bia ahoho ba ofia ye ba beto say wotal na yasesa no enye tiles na yasesa is the color what I say papa the state of the art technology bia ebi ni ba bia afina no sufi amanone a aba Ghana ha mpenimfo ayeden atete nkura na ma bibia no aye kama ntimesraw ma weni enko hona bibia nya fefefe wate ebri a me no ka se minimu ade o se o hwe me wahimfon se o hwe yon mentimi nkyere but the obetimi aye ne se obeye ade baako what you have to do ne se bomodia na yeden na ya ade bi then na obeye fa wo phone no screenshot it biogas for the numbers biogas for numbers in screenshot it na fa to baby the hear them anaso say wo share program we ewo wo phone so a the obeye na say obey then ube screenshot wo phone so now the number no at baby and say wo the two baby a the hear them now person on kodwa wo no mokasa then once wo akwakoyi na wa frɛ wo no biogas expert for ewo 055 589 3001 and that's 0546205377 055 589 3001 and that's 0546205377 na unu medi nkomo unim take note o friend obi amfa any problem numbers me ni na ewo WhatsApp so ewo WhatsApp so nteno answer save biogas ewo WhatsApp na send one message particularly obetimi aye voice recording na wo de ama wo no na wa kire bebia wo ye ba ye be frɛ back na eni wedi nkomo na afi wo be return wo call no mo wedi nkomo na wo hawo no wo mo asolve bebia kama e de ama up next ebeye demeya the politics of today and tonight makachro Ghanaians here, Ghanaians at home and Ghanaians abroad are going to speak. We will speak. Nigerians will not speak. If you're a Nigerian, you are not permitted to call my line. Please take note. And again, I'm not sounding xenophobia. It is my right to say you are not permitted to come and speak. If you're a Nigerian, let me issue this caution. Do not call my line. And I'm not sounding xenophobia. It is my right and I have the power and I will exercise that power and exercise it to the fullest. Don't you call my line. Allow. We will speak, you will not speak. All right? Ghanaians. And you may be Tregua, Nintiasia Bracon, Metia, and ye, Namepesa Metiasia, naming to me so Entiasia, Nametiasia, so Enye. Adenti, a hifa, and Obekwa, on my bemu, on my sa on mine, and ye on my animal farms. But a your manya nipa ne wom, a nipa wonomo ayeden, yatete wom, a nipa wonomo de emra, ayeden, ebu mino. Na a new man penning phone woman muye nano. What the toto one, what susu, what dream one, what's the son of Abasani Asre, now so would dream one, Yansaba Kukurim, Chile on my penning phobi, Atina Sayan Shehain said. Anso ye mena ne se na kire yen nanso wo mama kwan ma amanfrani bi abetena o man ni mu na sa o manfrani no aba wono ade ne mra abetena o man ni mu se sei ena me pese me betena mo man ni ohanya ne man yo onye Ghana ni won firi ha ba bia o ni mo jampo he doesn't bear any bloodline to this nation. Ghanaians and me ne mo kasa and send me mama kwan but Ghana ni penny bia wo hwe me so we minister wo a friend municipal district chief executives so high ranking government officials bankers asofo masons carpenter anybody journalists so TME dia mo man no mo de iko no baby amu peja mo man no mo de iko no baby amu pesa mo man no ko hye no ebekọ ho na me kase wono onyankopon asafo Yehowa ni dimu se mo man no baby ebekọ akodu no mamu ntie mu mfro onyankopon se o man na kwatwe mu no because munim na mu eye makono se sa na mo pese mo ye mo man no sa man freni wei wono aba betani memu a Waba be si na kunya. Na we si na hinie. Na hinie kase o. No de na kunya esi na hinie ne so. No te ho. No wakron waye kase. Ma Ghana mpanimfo nyina waye om se wo mo ye ne nan su ntia so. Na Ghana mpanimfo yi etete ne benchayo obi antimi nkasa. Na di wo pe eno no wo ye wo omanim. Na wo mpanimfo no a oman ne tumi se omonsa oman ne mra ensu krom no acquired omintimi nkasa. Ghanaians, what do you saying? Bisa ho even menkwechi even in Africa ha yewo buweni na hwe bukompo na hwe maybe to say even Liberia bukompo na hwe maybe to say when Kenya bukompo na hwe maybe to say where Zimbabwe bukompo or maybe to say South Africa at the same time bukompo na hwe mainanka say Nigeria and say there wu bi wo hwa na and it's wu bi all of these nations within African region. My question to you, the leaders of this country, why have you allowed this? Ghana for kwadwendwum kakre boate sima ba ko na dwen ho ebiom afi bi se umpanimfo no se edin ena hye sumase a edin ena wo esumu edin boni ena mudie edin rukasem ena mo pese mo de ba edin atorenchem ena mo pese mo de be kata o man so edin musuo ena mo pese mo de ba o man so bibi sa wo ho ana. By the way mo ka ho bi ana na mo anso oye na bi ba mo betra o man mu ana se sen na die so nti na Ghana mpanimfo eni ahokeka entimi ma mo homene so ensore embo bedese. No, this is completely alien. It is absolutely untenable. It is not Ghanaian. And therefore, emrana yanka se ya ye no samrano ekutia no muntimi fa samrano enye the right thing. No bia yedin. The Ministry of Chieftaincy akonwano to say for almost how many days, weeks, months we started drumming home and they remain quiet. Your politicians in this country have remained silent, not ready to talk. Your men in the body of Christ, the ministry of Christ, are also quiet. Onyankopon asembi de ene de wakato na sebin preduasa. Se nipa mpo nyame aboye mpo ye ni chie eninan a ene na nyankopon wen. It is nyankopon ahinie ne ye one. Na hinie ye one. Nti e ba ne sen ene ya bebo amanfreni akunwa e wo memu se onfa ni tumidie embetena o memu no onfa nya dien. Anadwimi bi se Ghana mpenifo. Ghana mpenifo yi, our political class, is it true? Maybe someone say more. The political class of this nation, I'm asking you a question. Is it true? Sir, muni iboni, ako ibo memu, ako jeje, enro, bansere, and all kinds of spiritual demonic powers. To what? To strengthen you and to embolden you in your political power and your political pursuit. Sir, muni iboni, ako ibo memu, eko di nro, enro benya, mudi bebo muho bain. Ewo kwanya mobe faswa, mobe timi either say, you are coming to pursue a political agenda, say, opese obe president, and opese oye minister, and opese oye den, or the mo kuko baby sa, amma mo bambo kesiye, ewo tumidie mu, eni ni omaniama eye ne kre, and enye ne kre. Enye ne kre momi ente monka. Say in the credit, then we can accept this. We can accept the challenge and remain silent. Yeah. Be someone say, me say, eye ne kre, se papay, onemwe tutu, anamoa, eye esumu anamoa, makojiji tumidie. Mo pesa mo de betra political high horse. Mo pesa mo run presidency. Mo so mo ye den, mo run ministerial position. Position bi mo pe bia na sefo. Anamo bay and a papi on him wetuo. By extension, doing so, mudi o main ekra, o main sunsum, o main shabre, akoshe to me for asie because maybe some afimo chere asie what makes this man so emboldened, what makes him so with that alacrity and that prowess to be able to stand up to Ghanaians and say no obetimi atra no ne yaden atwetwe na basa ne asere ne mfa papa way one day one of his tapes one day mebo akyerem when he was referring to Hassan or say and that's Hassan Ayarega and that Hassan Mukai in his early days this animal Chukudi this animal what could look in the television and tell a prominent Ghanaian who can also any day any time can walk into the corridors of power. This animal Chukudi could refer to Hassan as that Hassan Ayarega. At that time, this animal cocoon, animal idiot was sitting on Ghanaian television and the whole country was watching him. And the powers that be could not call this man to order. Say, hey, who the hell are you to call a prominent citizen of this nation? That's Hassan Ayarega. Hey! And Ghana for na dream wo. Ghana for refi. Ghana for nkai. And by way of doing this, he was completely, gradually walking down the aisle to creating what? That his parallel kinship and to drawing the supreme power of this nation spiritually, physically, all down to the abyss. And your decision makers, both at the apex of leadership and the political class, and the Christendom, and the traditional circles, don't even care. Yeah, watch it. Me, I'm a messenger. I am delivering my message and I'll be gone. But let me tell you people, one day, this day will be a history, and it will be this day will be referenced. It will be referenced by which maybe I may not be there, but it will be referenced by your sons and daughters and my daughter. My sons, me too, because I believe I have to give more birth. It will be referenced by my sons and my daughters and your sons and daughters. They will refer this day. And my sons and daughters will look at your children's face and say, my father told you people this day. It's my message and I'm delivering. At least. One side of the gospel reminds us in Acts chapter 1 verse 8. And when the Spirit comes upon you, ye shall be witnesses unto me in Judea, in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the world. I'm delivering my message to you, the leadership. Take it or leave it. And let this country go through this abyss. You will answer one day. I cannot promise you, history will bring all of you back to this day. Don't brag. I'm saying to you, history will bring this day. This day, oh, history will come back and refer this day. By that time, you'll be gone, but your children will be there. Yeah. And they will assess what you did for this nation. I've always drummed this home. How leaders of this nation have sold this sovereignty of this our nation to foreigners, and they don't even care. They started from the first president of this republic, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You don't know, many of you know now. When they allow the CIA to use them ostensibly to undermine the country's sovereignty in return of what? What they will chop in their mouth. Keke. Like that. When we were then gravitating to another transition, the same, Rawlings. They undermine the country. They love, look, those the bourgeoisies who believes in bourgeoisism and the razzmatazz, some of them, the fact that they are the people of color, but they wish they are with the white man. And that's the very reason why they don't care and they would want to betray the country. Yes. Ghanaians. Konamunko bisa mumpenifuo no. Anamotuo ban ene wonom ne sa nipa wani matutuo. Mo de munya abotre se me de asema to ha mom so mom womomra meyi ano so mebebe yi ano de a. Huhumwa na mo ban to me fi to me bone ban ene sa Ghanaian politicians say womni papa ye tutuo akogide den to me ban ya because Womina ubia peso obedi omen so na de ana ye mareho na oman na nkasa so reho de se womu bey so omu ba na oma be ye oman no apede e de aman a enti kwekwe hamadwene o hwe John Mahama is just less than 1 year ni nyansu yo, but guess what, hwe nipa womu tumrika with the speed and they want to overtake John Mahama. When John Mahama is there calling all and sundry, let's reset Ghana with whatever, no, ready, they want to take over John Mahama. Yeah. When we say MPP, when we free Bemu 1 year mayo, but one among them, a candidate who has been a vice president of this nation before, also no, me pentem crab a year Ghana ye, dear for his 8 solid years, 8 years. You must ask that guy a question, say, 8 years, and what did you do? 8 years. Now, when you come, give me all that evidence, shows, because you were not a minister, you were not what? A member of parliament, you were not what? A district chief executive, you were not a municipal chief executive, you were number 2 powerful person on this very nation. Now, baby, son, say, what did you do that must give you another what? To come and tell me, say, Oba, now you are bringing us a kofa bruchri at the bagana. The rest no media dear than I can pardon them. Yes. The rest no media dear than I can pardon them. But a man who has spent 8 years in power as a vice president before controls many affairs, including a chairman of the economic. So economy was on his footing. And the whole nation driven by economy. So what did he do? What should I believe and what must he tell me to believe? Say, yes, this time when you come, you are going to perform the magic. What did you do? Your 4 years, another 4 years, and this time. Really? Does it make sense to you? No, yeah. Shena memwono obuye no ja hokoye no. Sheni pa ebria ye ka say ye chi omu nya egogum ewo deben sika millions and billions all have disappeared. They dissipated the money and they including he himself is under investigations, and yet he continued to look at you and I, our face, and says what? I am coming to deliver a new Ghana. I don't know where that is coming from. But of course, I can accept that, yes, he can do all this in the African continent such as this, where they don't respect, they don't have the common sense to sit to what? Pull the benchmark and measure himself. 1, 2, 3. What is the next? Tell us. Nothing. You ain't got nothing, all right? You ain't got nothing. You are just there empty. But then you can only blame the citizens. They don't have what it takes to sit to do critical analysis of the situation in order to be able to what? Question them. And one, why? Some are carrying television. Some are carrying what? Something. Some are carrying goodies. Many, they are buying their brains. Everything is here. I've told you, for it is the mind we serve the Lord, and the mind is the battleground. That's what your politicians are doing to you. They know you ain't got sense, all right, folks? They know you. 84 years from they have destroyed your nation, they have collapsed your nation, but again, they can still come and pull the power from your hands. Very quiet and smooth, without struggle. They know they've destroyed what? Your forest reserves and your water bodies, but yet they can still come there and take power from your hands without struggle. Tonight on Politics of Today, we turn our attention to the views of ordinary Ghanaians, home and abroad. Many citizens are raising concerns about what they describe as last-minute government intervention, stepping in only at the 11th hour, when some Ghanaians were preparing to storm the enclave of the self-styled, self-imposed and embattled Chief Chukwudi. Jude. Ghana Fube says around this time, 11th hour, government will be heading. Now then, I buy what the dada. A fee. And a BB say, who drink say, who susu say, who fele say, who huni say, ye koho, ye kwa, edi oye ne beba nti afi de wo ba be gina me say wo ba be solve case no sa ho. Across social platforms and public conversations, there is a growing frustration. A section of public insists the government should have acted earlier to prevent rising tension between Ghanaians and Nigerians and protect social harmony before matters escalated. Tonight, we listen, we analyze, and we bring you perspectives, the questions and the expectations of Ghanaians as they demand clarity, leadership, and timely action from those in authority. Bebre ni hu ni say no. Na ban bit me intervene in order to restore harmony. Oye wanye. But Ghana for say anadri ye ba be analysis. Ne ahwe the expectation that comes. Ne asen ahwe say when en odi o man so. And who are those in authority? But before we bring in our listeners and viewers, let's take a moment to peruse sight and sounds across religious landscape where views of faith have also weighed in on this unfolding matter. Afimi na me pese me di muwura Christo sumu no mu kakra ni na aka ho bi. Nti wo di politicians ni poto njan o. So omo de anamotu omutu no omo nim anamotu na the Christian body na no wo man ni mu na o man yese eyo nyankopon ne man sronko nyame esiesie die se o e de na omo ya asofo ne sesen. And across Africa, how do we even value the very religion now? Yes, the DNA catching. Now, let's go to Nigeria and listen to one of the Nigerian men of God speaking wisdom here. And this one is not only Nigerians, so all of us as Africans must begin to think. It's a thought-provoking, and listen to what he's saying. A Nigerian clergyman, Dr. Damina, has posed a thought-provoking question to his audience. He asked, many Nigerians feel compelled to travel to China in search of success despite the fact that China is hardly non-Christian. His remarks challenges believers to reflect on faith opportunities and the path people choose in pursuit of prosperity. Where there any Nigerians in all of us as Africans here, this country, Ghana and you demo focus here. Ghana is known to be a Christian dominant nation. But what do we see? Your president is always traveling. Recently, your president was where? In China. What is he doing there? What is he doing? At least we can hazard a guess. All the president we've had under the Third Republic would definitely have to make a landfall in China to go and speak to Xi Jinping. To do what? Meanwhile, under the Fourth Republic, no, when we name make it landfall, when we go GDA. To me now, most someone na nyankopon de o man na no. Mo pese mo chese o nyankopon amamu tumia. God did not give you the power for what? Creativity and innovative in order to build your nation. Then what's your essence of worshiping that God? They are non-Christians. No. But yet, 24-hour economy started way back more than centuries ago. That's where you go and you beg for alms. God forgive Africa. Take a listen to Dr. Damina. Listen to this.
All these titles that are making noise all over Nigeria, if tithing really works, the richest country in the world should be Nigeria. If tithing really works like that, the richest country in the world should be Nigeria. But Nigerians are running to China where they don't know God. They are running to Saudi Arabia where they don't know Christ. They are running to nations that don't know Christ, but the nations are prospering and nobody there is paying tithe. But we are paying tithe religiously, and yet we don't have roads. I can't travel to Calabar freely with all our tithing. And you say tithing works? It doesn't work. I'm teaching good. God has no double standard too. He says what he means, he means what he says. If the pathway to prosperity is given, the richest nation on earth should be Nigeria. Nigerians are the best givers on earth. I'm telling you something because I know what goes on all over the world. A lot of American preachers can pay anything to preach in Nigeria. A lot of them, because they know that in this nation, once you just show them